I think it's important to continue to reinvent yourself and
Mm-hmm.
to continue to learn and grow to the point that you can show up in a different way, in a different business with a different education. And so that's what I have done several times in my career is I've reinvented myself. And I think that this is such an exciting place to reinvent your next professional endeavor.
Yeah, and you know, it's something I could get so passionate about too, just because of who it helps, and how it helps them.
And by
So
the way, for a lot of people, this could be the thing that you have the most passion around. So sometimes people say, well, don't do what you love because then it becomes a job. And other people say, find a way to make money doing the thing that you love. Both are probably true and both are, have pros and cons to them. But the reality is if there's something that you really care about and that thing is a niche market, there could be a big opportunity, right?
yeah, well, so I've got a flip on the saying. I wanted to be an actor. That was my sad, pathetic little passion. And you know, you'd be shocked at how few roles there are for 9 foot tall Pakistanis. Uh, and I've meditated on this a lot. The do what you love mantra is something that we need to stop selling our children, because I do think that that's deadly. But instead of do what you love, I think the saying should be help who you love. And there's something about because if you can help somebody, I teach my children, if you ask my children what is money, they say money is a representation of the value you've provided to other people. So if you're helping somebody, you're
Good.
providing value, and within the constructs of a capitalist system, depending on whether or not you like it, it doesn't matter. That's where we live. And I'm a fan, by the way. I'm not disparaging it. That means money. If you help somebody solve a problem, that means money. It's automatic. We've all agreed to it. So find the people that you love the most and help those people. And what's nice about that is then it really doesn't feel like work. Like and I actually see this with you, man. Like I see people, everybody wants to talk to you. You know, we go to like the every 6 months we all get together and hang out, and I see people tugging on your sleeve and be like, hey man, what do I do here? How do I do that? And I feel like, and you know, even if it gets a little fatiguing, I feel like it lights you up. Because you know, here's something I know a lot about. I'm the world authority in, and I get to help somebody that I really care about. And if you're looking for a niche, think about, especially if your parents were small business owners, you know, mom and dad owned an Italian restaurant. Great, go help Italian restaurant owners. Like, isn't that something? So if you saw your mom and dad every single day work in a restaurant, you know, day in, day out, working their asses off, tough business to be in, you know, the restaurant industry inside and out, couldn't you really sink your teeth into helping that person over and over and over and over and over again? And that's a niche, I can tell you as a marketer, nobody wants. Nobody wants. They don't have any money. They don't have any margin. They have a limitation of scale. Like there's nobody that wants to go help a little mom and pop kettle restaurant owner. But if you did it, how many Italian restaurants are there? You could make $1 million just on one metro. You know, like just the Italian restaurants in Phoenix, Arizona are worth $1 million net profit. Imagine if you got every single one of them in the United States, or 10%. You know what I mean? Like it's limitless. And there's so many. There's dry cleaners and nail salons and coffee shops, and there's so many little teeny tiny businesses, so many little who's that aren't being loved on. Go find the one that you love the most, and just go give. That's the other thing too. You don't even need a monetization model. You don't have to know how you're going to make money. You just show up day one. Hey, I really love what you're doing here. Why don't you let me help you? I'll do it for free. You and I will crack the code together. You'll be my case study. And then I'm going to go turn this around, and I'm going to sell the things that work to other people just like you. And I'm going to sell it for less than they'd ever be able to get a hold of it. But even in so doing, I'm going to make more than I would make otherwise trying to do this bespoke for random businesses. Man, I just think it's the future. I think there's going to be a gold rush on niche industries. And for some reason, it just hasn't hit yet. And, you know, maybe I can be that spark. Maybe I can be the catalyst. But the cool thing is everybody listening to this right now, there is such a blue ocean. And when I talk to some folks, they get a little of the FOMO. They're like, oh, we're going to run out of niches. There's no way. There's no way. Every listener to this podcast, we could probably all just choose Italian restaurants, and there'd still be enough market for all of us. The number that's in my head, if I want to free people, is 10 grand a month, working 20 hours a week from anywhere in the world. That's not insane money. That's not, you know, that's not even Tesla money. But like 10 grand a month, let's say your COGS are 3 or 4, but if you're making 6 grand a month net to you, working 20 hours a week, that's better than most people are doing, you know. And that 10 grand a month, that's 10 to 20 clients. which is nothing. Justin, it's nothing. What
Yeah.
happens if you got 100? You know what I mean? Like, what happens if you actually start to scale the damn thing and you put yourself, and your cogs are generally in this type of industry, they're static. So as you scale, your cogs don't scale with the profitability. You actually make more and more and more, and you get to help more and more and more. And we invest in our Montessori clients so much. I send a professional photographer out to certain schools to take stock photos, because I know, even though that's a really expensive endeavor and no single school could afford it, when I take these photos, the photos are applicable to all schools. I put them in my stock photo library, and they have the best photography any school could ever possibly have. And I get to do that over and over and over again on every axis of analysis. So choose a niche and serve a group that you love. And I feel a little embarrassed because I got really passionate there. I'm sorry, man. Went off on a tangent.
I love your passion coming real. I mean, so you're spot on that, like, my niche is what I love doing. Like, I'm in a space where I light up every time. I love helping people. I love teaching people to be financially free, buying their time back, breaking their golden handcuffs. Like, that to me is just so rewarding work, and it's so fulfilling to me. And then I also love the extreme opposite, where someone just had, a massive exit and they don't know what to do. Like, they're an extraordinary entrepreneur, but that skill doesn't translate for most entrepreneurs into investing. So a lot of them lose money. And so it's very rewarding to help someone that has this huge windfall of cash, and we can help them create passive income. And